Hi everybody, Julia here from Just One More Card, and today I want to show you how to create a very minimalistic card using watercolors and then adding some sparkle to this, because you know me, I need to add sparkle to everything. I'm going to be using the lantern stamp from Purple Onion Designs. It's not one of those cute critter stamps, but just, I don't know, you can do so much with this stamp. So I just wanted to show you one possibility here. I'm using my Stamp-A-Magic because this is a rubber stamp, so I can't look through it and I can't position it perfectly. By stamping it onto this acetate and using my positioner here, the green one, that's the Stamp-A-Magic, I can then come back, and since I know where the stamp will go now thanks to the acrylic, I can place it there and stamp it perfectly. That's just like one of the tools that is really useful if you're using rubber stamps a lot. Even though I found a way to do it with the Misty, I'll be sharing a video with that later. I just stamped the same image again onto some post-it notes, and I cut this out, basically just the circles, so I can then distress the background here a bit. And I'm going for a very soft look, so I'm using some darker ink here. I'm just trying to do it on the edge, and then I'm using the lighter ink again and sponging it out, so I have a very soft gradient. For the initial coat of color, I'm using my Zig markers, but you can use any type of watercolor you want, so there's no you don't have to use these. You can use any watercolor you want. And all I'm trying to do here is to get a basic coat of color down, just a very light coat of color. Not I don't intend to go very dark here. I'm just using regular water to blend this out. There we go. After I had done this, I am coming in with some pearlescent watercolors, and pearlescent watercolors simply means that there's a lot of sparkle in those colors, and I applied them here on top of my of the already colored image. And the reason why I put down the initial coat of color is that the pearlescent watercolors can sometimes be sometimes don't have a really great coverage. So it's great to add sparkle on top of existing color, but to get a complete coverage with them on a white background can be a bit tricky. So that's why I used my Zig markers at first. And I think these are pretty cheap watercolors, or affordable. I don't want to call it cheap because it makes it sound like it's not worth anything. I think those are very affordable. I'll be listing them in the video description below or on my blog, and they do the job quite nicely. So it doesn't always need to be something super expensive. If you don't have pearlescent watercolors, you can mix perfect pearls into the water that you use to watercolor, and that will do the trick as well. That will also add a lot of shimmer. And you can do this as often and as intense as you like, or just leave it as a very light coating. And you can see here I'm going back and adding some of the colors or intensifying them if I feel that they need a little bit more shading or a little bit more intensity. Then I grabbed a gold spray, which doesn't spray anymore, but I can just unscrew this, and then you gently tap against this contraption, half of the spray bottle, and create like those gold droplets that are sprinkled on top of my coloration. And this looks absolutely amazing. You have to be careful to wait until it dries, but it looks absolutely cool. And it just generates the feeling of having a a garden party in the evening, and then you have like little glowbugs, glowworms, whatever their name is, fly around. So it's like, I don't know, just kind of a happy feeling card. Of course, I forgot to add my sentiment before I foam adhered the panel to my card front. So now I have to come in with my Stamp-A-Magic again and simply hope that this will go down well. And it did. Otherwise I wouldn't show you the card. Well, I would, but I was happy that it worked on the first attempt. It's also a sentiment by Purple Onion Designs, and here you can see the wonderful shimmer on the balloons and the gold shimmer from the spray fluid on my card. And it's a very simple and clean design, but I think it's it doesn't always need to be that much on a card. I think that is a perfect card to send somebody simply to make them smile for no good reason, if only for the reason just to make them smile. If you want to see other ways of adding sparkle and shine to your card, check out these videos as well. If you are so inclined, subscribe to my channel because I have a lot more awesome videos to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.